Hey there folks, welcome to the aftermath of the first storm in 2025. We've got, well, the forecast says we got about 30 centimeters of snow, which is about a foot, and we had winds gusting upwards of 70 kilometers an hour, so we have drifts. I would consider this snow light but packed. It's not the usual heavy stuff that we got here. Heavy wet stuff, and it's kind of grainy, but you're not going to blow this away now with the wind. And you know, as you can see, the height of the snow is up to my knees here, and I've got to clear. You just look, this is up to my knees, and it's pretty much going to be all the ways out there. So my main goal is to get from the vehicles out to the end of the driveway with the Kress. Go from there. But first of all, I got to cut a track through this. I'm going to take some measurements for snow depth, just to let you know how deep this snow is. Okay, well, you can see behind me. So time to break out the Kress and see what it can do. There she is. I took her off the dolly there yesterday and just set her up there. Now, something I like to mention to you folks. When I stored the batteries out here in the garage, and I stored them in a cooler just to keep them as warm as I could keep them. I didn't keep them inside a heated area. I kept them out here. So yesterday I came out just to make sure there was a charge on the batteries, and I put them in the charger, but the cold warning came up. So I actually have a small room off the garage that I could heat. So I put a heater in there and I warmed it up, and the batteries warmed up so I could top them up with a charge. So that's one thing with the batteries. They will not charge when they're cold, and they're designed in that manner, which is usually, as far as I understand, that's the way lithium-ion batteries work. So hopefully now it won't impact the usage of the batteries in the cold, but I guess we'll see. Batteries just drop right in, as I showed you in the prior video. They just snap in place. I'll just show you this one going in. That's the hole. Drops in there. Snaps in like that. Another thing I like about this blower is just the size. It's 24 inches wide, so I can either take it out through my garage door, which is a big drift of snow up across the front, or I can take it out through the side door, which is great. So I'm going to be taking it out through the side door. Just out of curiosity, I pulled the battery from the blower to drop in here, and it is the right temperature to charge, so that is good news. This is going to be the first snow I'm going to cut through, and I'm looking at about 22 inches. Now let's just go check the rest of the driveway. So it's still about the same depth. Still about 22 inches here. Let me just check. Oops, tape came back. We're about 17 inches of snow right here. Let's get down in front of the car. And we have a rock wall right there that's covered in snow. Now it's a little bit shallower. Oh, an easy foot of snow right here. It's getting deeper. Here are the vehicles. So right in here next to the snowberry bushes, we've got 18 inches of snow. And it's going to be 18 inches pretty much here out to the end of the driveway. And a quick recap of what all these things are for. This is for the wheel speed. I will not touch that because when batteries are in, she is live. Just look. So she moves. This is the impeller. We have the wheel speed right here, impeller speed right here. That button is for headlights. That button gives you reverse if you want reverse. Like that. And reverse light comes off when you lift up on the lever. However, I may be rolling her back and forth because the motor isn't engaged when she's freewheeling, which makes it easier to roll, and I can probably save a little bit of energy. And this handy dandy thing here is for movement of the chute. I made the initial cut with the Kress, so I'm still trying to get used to it. What can I say? Oh yes, when she's moving along and you let go of this lever, it doesn't automatically come up. You have to sort of lift this a little in order to get that to pop up. Because you know, if you're going into deep snow, bogging down, you might need the auger to spin a little bit more before you move ahead. That's it, because she's down in the lowest range there now and mid in the auger, and she's chewing through this stuff. Again, there's some stuff on the ground here, but I do have these skids up 1 inch because we do have a gravel driveway. Okay, engage auger, engage traction. So I've made one track through the snow, and I'm actually pulling the snowblower back, so I don't really have to use reverse, which works for me because it saves more energy. So just to look, show you how much snow she's been chewing through, quite a bit. So now I need to get into that stuff right over there. I discovered a little hack. Remember how I mentioned that sometimes she's going a little too fast for the auger? All I've been doing is sort of lifting up on these here a little bit just to lift the tires off the ground rather than release the wheel power handle thingy, and that's been working so far. Okay, well, that seems like I'm out of energy. Taking off the lens. So, one set of batteries cleared this much, roughly 20 inches deep. So I'm going to, let's just check the batteries just to make sure. Okay, that's got 1 bar left, and that got 1 bar left, but I think it's out of juice. Let me just see. Oh, still got some more. I'm just gonna run it till she stops. The first set of batteries timed out. I've got, this is about 40 feet by 4 wide right here, and about, say, 20 inches of snow done on one set of batteries, plus this here, plus that path right there. So I'm going to swap out the batteries now and put those that are in the blower back on charge and attack the end of the driveway. So they're both charging. It's about -7 with the wind chill of -14 or something like that. Oh, and they just said that they're too cold. So I'm gonna have to warm them up before I charge them. It was about maybe 2 minutes in the warm and they were ready for charge, so they're on charge there now. And I put a stopwatch on just to see, I guess, how long I get out of these batteries, as well as how long it actually takes to charge them. Now, as I was replacing the batteries, snowplow went by and almost doubled the amount of snow in the end of the driveway. So I brought down a shovel, and as you can see, there's a big lump up out the end of the driveway right there. But she has new batteries, so let's go at it. I've been using these batteries on a different setting. First set of batteries, I used the auger speed up on max, but now I've been using it down on, I guess, minimum, and to be honest, I don't notice that much of a difference. Well, the second set of batteries in the Kress blower I gave out, or they expired. And so did the battery in my GoPro and in my supplementary camera as well. Everything seemed to have perished at the same time. So anyway, came back in and I checked on the other batteries, and they're pretty much, they're on 4 bars right now, and it's 33 minutes. So that's not bad for a recharge. So I'm just going to grab the shovel now, do some shoveling for a while, let that battery charge up, then go back out and start blowing again. It took 45 minutes to recharge those batteries, and during that 45 minutes I used a second set of batteries and did some scooping and a little shoveling. So let's see what I can get out of those batteries there. I should be able to finish the end of the driveway. You can probably hear off in the distance neighbors Dino juice mower going. Thing is, this one hardly any noise. Gonna say, let's finish off the end of the driveway. This is a good probably 30 inches blown up, pushed up from the plow, so I should be able to get that done with this charge. That's about it. Well, the driveway is done. Well, that was a pretty brutal storm. We had 40 centimeters of snow, which is about 18 inches, winds up to about 80 km. So throughout the driveway, mostly had about 20 inches of snow that the snowblower had to go through. Now, I do have 2 sets of batteries, which is 4 in total. And what I did is I took a full set, put in the machine, used it till the batteries were depleted. Then I brought them back, popped them in the charger, and took the other full set and used them depleted them, then brought them back to the charger. The thing is, I needed about another 30 minutes before that first set I put back in the charger was fully charged. So during that time, I got the shovel, scoop, that sort of thing, did some sort of tidying up and cleaning around the driveway until that battery was charged. Out in the snow, the blower worked like a regular petrol-powered snowblower. Press down on the auger handle, the auger would turn. Press down on the, propulsion handle, the wheels would go. What I did find, though, is that, if you're using a snowblower and you go into a big bank of snow, sometimes you would just like for the snowblower to stop, but the auger still turned to clean out the bucket. It's hard to do it on this because if you let go of the wheel propulsion handle, she still wants to go ahead because your auger handle is down. So I was try to jiggle the auger handle. Sometimes that would work to get the wheels to stop so the bucket would clear. Other times, what I do, whether I'm supposed to do it or not, I don't know. I would lift up on the handles to raise the wheels off the ground ever so slightly so the bucket would clear, and then I just lower down again and off she'd go into the snowbank. Another little thing that I noticed was that this cover here for the batteries, it doesn't want to stay open while you're changing the batteries. It just kept closing. It would be neat if there was some sort of little catch here or something up here that would just hold it in place while you're changing the batteries. Just a little point there. And thirdly, the batteries in this, the machine would stop when it would get down to 1 bar. I'd wait 30 seconds, and then it would give me enough power to walk the snowblower back to the garage so I can swap out the batteries. So, just because the machine stops, you still got a little bit more power there to walk her back, which I thought was really neat idea with this machine, because you don't want to be stranded out in the middle of the driveway or in the middle of the road. You'd like to be able to get it back to a safe spot so you can, like I said, replace the batteries. The question that many people have been asking me or wondering about the blower, and so was I, is how much snow can it blow on one charge? Well, the snow was about 20 inches deep throughout the entire driveway. And it was consistency, I would call it light, but heavily packed. It's not the really heavy, wet stuff that we do get at times. And it's not the light stuff that you go, and it's gone. This was good packed snow. So one charge cleared an area approximately 12 feet wide by 40 feet long by 20 inches deep on one charge. So I considered that a win. And that's it for my first use of the Kress snowblower. I have to say that it met and slightly exceeded my expectations for a 60 volts battery powered 2-stage snowblower. I'm impressed. Now I just need to get some wet snow to see how it operates in those conditions. Quick little update. We had a few more centimeters of snow. There's actually about 4 inches down here, and it's not worth doing an entire video, so I want to do a quick update. On one charge, I did an area about 65 feet by 25 feet, 4 inches deep. And this snow is a little bit denser than the original stuff that I went through. It's more granular and a little bit damp. So that's 65 by 25, 4 inches deep snow on a single charge. I'll get the entire driveway done on 2 sets of batteries, which is super. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.